is not a typical Manic Monday episode. I'm actually going to record this while I'm just playing a time filler kind of game. I've never tried to vlog like this, but I figured it would be something interesting to try just because I do like to game, and my Manic Monday vlogs are literally just the camera on me talking. I'm not like moving around, I'm not doing anything. Because honestly, it's hard for me to like record videos while I'm like, washing the dishes or and then I don't have a lot of memory on my phone either. So it's just like a two-in-one problem. So I thought, why not try it like this? And also, the video quality on my laptop sucks, but it captures my games beautifully. So I'll just do it this way. Let me get my headphones. Okay. It is time to get real with y'all. So listen, I have been promising you guys this sibling storyline for my Manic Monday series for the longest. And I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. And I don't know, something just keeps telling me not to do it. And I think part of it is because I don't have like the input of my siblings to go along with it. So I'm gonna talk to them first, maybe see if I can get their permission to have them like interviewed for one of the episodes or ask them if they're comfortable with me like sharing our stories because even for me, like a lot of the things I would love to share with you guys, it's low key traumatic. And I just don't know if they're as comfortable as I am with putting stuff like that out. So I don't know. When it includes other people, I just try to be more careful. And so if I can't compile anything with them in enough time to um, create an episode, I think I'm just gonna end up turning my Manic Monday vlogs into like like an everyday type of thing. And I don't really know how I'm gonna do that yet. So you're probably gonna see more gaming videos than Manic Monday videos because I just really don't know what direction I want to go with it just yet. But I'm leaning towards scratching the sibling storylines. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a year, and boy, a year it has been. And aside from my face being paralyzed, if you didn't catch that video, why are you here? Go back and watch it so you know what I'm talking about and you're not all confused and lost. Aside from my face being paralyzed, like I briefly mentioned, I ended up in another committed situation. This was another situation I had to ponder on a little bit more and, you know, really wonder about like how much I wanted to share and I really was thinking elaborately about this too. Really thinking elaborately about it. Like maybe this person should get three parts and I should split it up in a few weeks, but I just don't know. I don't know how much time I got. I don't know if I'll feel like uploading about this in three parts. I don't know if I will feel like uploading this in 2, 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna get it out the way. The person in question, we're gonna give him a nickname. So I'm not saying him, he, that guy, the whole episode. We're gonna nickname him Bear. And we're gonna nickname him Bear because he is 6 feet, damn near 300 pounds. All right. Um, we met initially on Facebook. Um, and we listen and we don't no. We met on Facebook. Um, he sent me a friend request. I usually don't accept random friend requests especially if I don't know the person. But we had a lot of mutuals. I looked at his profile and I didn't see anything weird or like off-putting, so I just accepted his friend request. I was pregnant with my youngest daughter, and I wasn't really looking to make a connection with anybody. I wasn't looking to flirt with anybody. I wasn't looking to be with anybody. So it was really a blind ad, honestly. I was just going through my friend requests. He was sitting in the box, and I was like, okay, this person seems like they're funny. I'll add them, whatever. And so about a month or so goes past. This guy doesn't really post anything but like jokes and reels. This and he came off as a scammer because a lot of his posts were like, "Oh, if you need this bill paid, inbox me." A lot of how scammers post. A lot of them was like, "Oh, if you have this bank, or this bank, inbox me. I got the hookup." This was when the PPP loans were out, like, because this was during the pandemic, so he had a hand in that as well, I assume. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. So, anyways, I was actually living with the father of my children at this time, and we were trying to figure out how to separate from each other because we were having a lot of domestic issues. If you did not watch his video, go back and watch it. That would be like way at the beginning of the podcast. I think I talked about us like episode 3 or 4, season 1, episode 3 or 4, Manic Monday. Go check it out if you haven't. But the small of the long, the short of the long, we were not getting along. We had moved from my hometown, so we were both trying to create a home and make it work in a new city that we knew nothing about. I guess he felt the pressure was too much. He felt like he was the only one providing, and I don't know if it got to him or what happened, but the friction came, and eventually he basically was like, I'm going to refuse to pay this bill and this bill. He started hiding appliances just because I guess his goal was to lower the bill. I feel like there was other ways to do that, but his idea was to not pay for anything. So I see Bear's statuses on Facebook about getting help with the energy bill. And so I'm thinking like, oh, this is perfect. Me and the father of my children literally had just gotten into an argument that morning. And he was giving me threats like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm moving out, you're going to figure it out on your own, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm really literally trying to figure it out on my own. I see this status and I inbox him. I'm like, hey, I don't know if you do, because I guess he was only doing his service for one particular electric company. And with me not living in that town anymore, I had a different electric company. So I was basically asking him, would he still be able to help me? And I don't know if he thought I was cute or if he thought this was like his window to get in good with me, but he pretended like it wasn't a problem. He'd be able to help. Long story short, he couldn't help. Different electric company, there was nothing he could do. But then he started creating conversation with me. So now Bear's asking me what's going on in my personal life to where I need help with my light bill. Where's my man? You know, little slick one-liners and whatever. He's trying to strike up a conversation. Because honestly, after he said he couldn't help me, I was gonna mind my business, going about my way. So I'm telling him about my situation without telling him too much. I've always felt like no matter how much a relationship sucks, you just don't share everything that's going on. That's just a common respect for your partner. So without telling him too much, I'm like, basically, I'm getting into it with the father of my children. Our lights might be off here soon, so I'm just trying to do what I can before it happens. I'm not trying to wait until it happens. Do something about it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I understand." Um, Whatever. So we had a friendly conversation. He didn't say anything weird or like predatory to me to make me feel like he's hitting on me. So after the conversation ended, we didn't really talk after that. Like he would react to my stories, he would react to my statuses. And same thing with me. Like he was kind of a Facebook comedian, so I would react to his statuses. But it never really like we didn't have any more conversations after that. No more contact. So fast forward, me and the father of my children break up. We have an explosive fallout. I come back home. I move back home. Now that I'm back home, since it was an emergency move, it wasn't planned at all. I have to figure out where I'm gonna stay, especially by the time the baby gets here. Because at this point, when I moved back home, I believe I was 6 months, maybe 5 months, something like that. I was pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. I was halfway there. And my older brother, he was moving as well because a couple months later, we found out his girlfriend was expecting. So they move, and my brother offers me his old residence because he knew I had nowhere to go. So I move in literally the night before my daughter is born. So I, you know, have my daughter. I moved into this new trailer and I'm ready to start my new life. It's my birthday. Fast forward, it's my birthday, 2021. So like mad at myself. So like what's that considered like regret? I'm also regretful. All these things are going through my mind. I'm getting drunk. And I get a Facebook message from none other than Mr. Bear himself. So it's like 11 o'clock, 10:30. He hits me with the classic fuck boy. What you doing up? No weird stuff, nothing sexual, and I don't have to worry about getting a random cucumber pic. So we get to talking, we get to rapping, and he's hilarious, and he thinks I'm hilarious. So we just giggling all night long on Facebook Messenger. Come to find out, he lives right behind me. Right behind me. I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was, y'all. I ain't even gonna fix my lips to say it was destiny because you ain't gonna believe how this story turned out. He was presented himself soft spoken, like he wasn't loud or rambunctious. He didn't talk loud. He didn't talk much at all. Actually, I did a lot of the talking, and he was chilling. He was just cool.
I just also wanted to add that while we were dating and while we were neighbors, he never allowed me to visit his trailer. Like he would send me pictures of his dogs and his trailer rooms, but I was never allowed to visit him. It was always an excuse. And also throughout the relationship, whenever he would move or whether he was staying by himself or with someone else, he would never ever let me visit. It was always an excuse, or he would say things like, um, oh, I don't live there anymore, or I moved. So it wasn't a red flag to me at first, but you'll see why it becomes one.
So I say about maybe 2 or 3 days later, he's like, "I'm really feeling you. You're really cool. I like you. I can't believe ain't nobody swooped you up yet." I get to trauma dumping on him, like telling him about everything I've been through and how I got to the trailer and blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm in love with you." Huh? And I'm like, I don't know about all that, right? So in the beginning, it was kind of weird. We fell out a lot, mainly because he felt like I wasn't reciprocating the feelings that he was giving. So like he wanted to take me serious. He wanted to go down a serious path, and I did not, because I did not believe that he honestly wanted to be with me. I didn't believe it was serious. I didn't believe, I didn't. I thought he was just talking. So I never took him serious. And we were like texting, and he would like accuse me of talking to other guys. He'd be like, "Why are you cheating on me? I know you're cheating on me at work." And I just be like, "That's funny, ha ha ha. We're not together, so stop saying I'm cheating on you." And he'll say like, "So you're my girl, even though you're not my girl." He was one of those type of people. And I thought he was a joke. I thought he said these things because he was joking. But you will find out very soon how serious this man actually was.
I had no idea what was to come. So all of these things he is saying become so eerie to me eventually. So boom, we go on a date, right? He like meet me at the park for our first date. We go to the park, we talking, we kicking it. It was basically like a picnic, but I wasn't hungry, he wasn't hungry, so we didn't eat nothing. That day he was like, I care about you so much. I ain't never dated nobody like you before. You my everything. I wish you would just give me a chance, like for real, and I can make you so happy. Talking a good game. I still wasn't, I don't know, it's just something about it. I could not take him serious. And I also thought back then he had stole from me. I couldn't prove it, but I thought that something on my credit card, it just looked it funny. And it was right after he had went to the store. It had got denied, thank goodness, but it just looked it, suspicious. It looked like a suspicious charge. We got into it. I blocked him. Then I unblocked him. We were cool for a little bit.
Basically, during this time, we he something had happened. I wasn't sure. Like, I don't really remember. It was so long ago. Something happened with this trailer, and at this time, he had moved in with me. And then the suspicious credit card charge came. We got into it. When I blocked him, he had moved his stuff out. A truck full of women came. They picked him up, and we didn't speak to each other during that time. When we got back cool, I believe I was talking to an ex, or I was making up with somebody, and he was upset about it. He was upset about me, moving on. So we fell out again.
We were talking about like mental health and depression and stuff and how it made me feel. And he basically was like, you don't, people are going through worse. You don't have a right to feel like that. Don't use them words in front of me. You gonna make me mad saying that shit. And I was basically like, you can't tell me how to feel. Like you can't tell me I don't have a right to be depressed. You don't know what battles I'm fighting. Um, I only told you some of what happened to me. You don't even really know what I be going through. So we got into it about that. And he ended up leaving around the same time. I had found out I couldn't stay where I was staying no more. So we had to move again. I ended up moving back in with my mom and my grandma. So now we are no longer neighbors and I'm not local. So we had separated, I want to say it was like August of 2021. I didn't hear from him again until like January 2022. He called me. I get a collect call from like my the jail in my hometown. And I'm thinking like, oh, this could be like a cousin or a sibling, somebody trying to reach the family. I answered it just to be safe. It was Bear. So Bear's on the other line talking about he missed me, he loved me, he wished we would have worked out, he's sorry, we took each other for granted, we need to stop playing and get it right. He doing some time right now over some dumb stuff, blah blah blah. All he kept saying, my ex put me in here, my ex put me in here, but he wouldn't tell me what happened, whatever, because the phone recorded. So we had like two conversations probably, and that was it. I didn't hear from him. At the same time that he had called me, I was with the dude that put his hands on me the first time. And so I had no interest in responding to him. I had no interest in keeping communication. But it just so happened every time he caught me, I was by myself. So dude put his hands on me. That happened while Bear was in jail and while I was out of town. So that happens. I meet my other ex-boyfriend and I end up moving back to my hometown. So this is the ex-boyfriend that ended up inspiring me to start Manic Monday. So if you haven't seen the first episode, again, go back and watch it. That is the reason this series began. Is my ex-boyfriend. I just felt like I should reflect about all of my experiences and make videos about them in the process. So here we are. Manic Monday starts, right? Guess who I see in traffic? Bear. So I'm like, no, I don't have time to entertain this. Yeah, it's Bear. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ooh, these people mad. So trying to get me to pull over. He trying to convince me to pull over. He waving me down. He blowing kisses at me and stuff, pointing at me, trying to get my attention. My my baby recognized him. She waved, but I drive off. I'm like, no, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. So a couple months go by. I hear from Bear. Like I think I either unblocked him or he got a new number, and I heard from him. And so we made up. We was cool for a while, and he kept talking about this best friend. Oh, this best friend, my best friend, my best friend, right? It turns out it's a female. He got a whole bunch of homies, and then it's just one female. He talking about, oh yeah, we was staying together. When I didn't have nobody else, she had my back, blah blah blah. Now I'm secure in my position. I don't feel like I need to snap about it, be mad about it, whatever. It's whatever. If they fucked and they're lying about it, it'll come to light. That was my philosophy. So I just didn't care. And she wasn't like rude to me or nothing. So, I was cool. Never got to meet her, but I kept hearing stories. And I kept hearing her on the phone or whatever. So finally, it was one day we didn't have the girls, and her man, it was also a friend of Bear, right? So I don't have the girls. Her and her man are at the park, and we all on the phone or whatever. And they like, yeah, come to the park, come to the park. So we go to the park. It's just them and us. Like I thought it was gonna be like a little. No, it was just them and us. So it was like a cute little double date situation. So we kicking it, listening to music, drinking. They didn't have a lot of food, so we was cracking jokes about that, but we weren't really hungry anyway, so we cracked a couple jokes about it and then we moved on. Y'all, she get to saying something about, oh yeah, I used to shave his back. Do she do it for you like I did? Huh? I don't know. That was so weird to me. Like, I don't know. Certain boundaries, certain lines shouldn't be crossed, but we move. So I made a note of it, but I didn't trip about it. You know what I'm saying? I just made a note in the back of my mind. I'm like, dang, this is somebody that barely want me to touch their face, and you got people shaving your back. Okay, that's what's up. A truck then pulls up, right? But not right in front of us. Like they pull up a little bit in front of where we were. Enough to where we can hear them and see them, but not to where we could interact with them. So they call her. She run up to the truck. They chit chat. She come back to us, me and the two dudes, and me, Bear, and Bear's friend. And she like, oh, Bear, blah 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 blah. She want to know why you ain't come say hey. I'm like, who is she? Everybody get to laughing. oh, that's my cousin. And they looked at like the best friend and Bear looked at each other, almost as if they was like trying to check in and see like what was too much to share or what was to be said. So quick little moment, they exchanged a quick little moment or whatever, and then they changed the subject. Chris Brown was on, so they get to act like they singing. I'm like, all right, make another mental note, don't say nothing. So a couple of weeks go by, and he walking around on the phone, cussing, and he get to telling me like, oh yeah, I guess he Bear walking around on the phone cussing. Then he get to telling me like, yeah, my friend made an accusation that me and my best friend fucked, and I never looked at her like that. She never looked at me like that. We never did nothing. I don't know why people keep saying blah blah blah. And I'm like, mental note, that was weird. So she stopped fucking with the dude, and he stopped talking to him. And I'm like, okay. He wasn't contributing, right? So like, he would be here, and he would be like, oh, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that, I'm finna put gas in the car. He'll lie and be like, oh, your gas hand wasn't moving, but I did put gas in there. Or he'll be like, yeah, I never said that. Like he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you some money for this, or I'm gonna do that," and he never would do it. And then if I bring it up, he be like, "I ain't say that." Y'all, he played me so bad. Like I was making him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was treating him like a king. Like he didn't pay for nothing. I started my own car in the mornings. I had to argue with him to get the grocery. He would take out the trash, but like that was it, y'all. Like when we was together, sometimes he would have a job. A couple times he didn't. Never did he help me with nothing. And he wasn't like, he didn't do nothing with the kids. Like, he wouldn't play the games with them. He wouldn't really talk to them. Like, it was just like, I don't know, it was like a free hotel for him, basically. And I'm even embarrassed, like, saying that shit. And I'm mad about it because, like, we see people online that go through this and we hear stories and we make fun of them and we call them dumb and all this shit. I was really stupid, y'all. Like I was really, really stupid for this. Yeah, she say that weird ass shit. He not contributing, so we keep getting into it. I keep putting him out. Also, I saw he was like flirting with people on Facebook, and a girl posted him too. I saw him in somebody's profile pic, and I was just like, oh, okay, so he fucking with other bitches out here. Like he's seeing other people, and so I was just like, I knew it was the reason I didn't take him serious. And he, oh, that's my crazy ex-girlfriend. She just doing that to get my attention. I don't care about being in her profile picture. Them pictures old. Them pictures old. Time go by. I met a couple of his other friends too, but I don't know why he took forever to introduce me to her. But he would talk about her all the time. He would get mad and talk about stuff that like you really wouldn't want nobody else to know. Then he would just be like we would be talking or kicking it. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, me and her did this too." Blah blah blah. I'm like, boy, I don't want to hear that. I don't care. Like I'm your girl. You're supposed to try to make me feel special. I do not want to hear about that shit. Um, one of these girls he tried to flirt with. It's crazy. Like I also saw her in my ex phone, so I already knew what time it was when I saw her. I'm like, yeah, they either had something going on, about to have something going on, or got something going on right now. So I confront him with it. He stopped answering my text messages. He stopped answering my calls. So I put his shit on the porch. And he claimed he was so hurt by this. Oh, you put my shit on the porch. You crossed the line. You crossed the line. How can I take you serious? You crossed the line. So I put the shit on the porch. And I'm like, I don't know who you think this is. Like, you just gonna stop answering me. And, I felt some type of way. Like, you laid up like the Prince of Bel-Air and you can't even respect me enough to answer my communications. One of these times we were off, he ended up getting picked up on a warrant. Now, when we were talking, when we were getting to know each other and everything, he was telling me that, oh, the police were after him because of drugs and or weapons. They thought he was selling drugs. They thought he had weapons, like illegal weapons. So they were always pulling him over and he was always getting into some shit, right? So I'm thinking like he telling me, making me think like, oh, this is a warrant over some dumb shit, over them like picking on him or whatever. I get a jail call. It's him. Oh, um, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. We go through the cycle again. We make up. So I'm putting money on his books, putting money on his phone, whatever, whatever. I'm trying to be supportive as much as I can because I'm still broke. I'm supporting two kids by myself now. So I'm trying to be as supportive as I can. This ungrateful motherfucker, one of these weeks, I put $10 on the communications, right? I send him a little cute message. I go about my day, finish work, cook dinner, put the kids to bed, check the app. He didn't cuss me out because I took too long to respond and I'm ignoring him and I must be cheating, right? I got so mad, I just blocked him. I blocked him on everything. A couple weeks go by, I run into the dude that crashed my car at the park. So he talking game like, "Oh, I really was in love with you, and I could see us going at it again. I really want to give us a serious chance. I'm so sorry, blah blah blah." I'm thinking to myself like, my car was never replaced. Nobody ever reimbursed me, so I'm finna milk him. So I start running game. Bear gets out of jail. I get a knock at my window. Guess who it is? It's Bear. So we argue, we go through, and then we make up. Never did he like. Again, no violent tendencies. He never gave me an indication that he had an anger problem. He was always so quiet and subtle. Like, even when he got upset, like, he would ask me when we would come back together, like, did you mess with anybody while we were broken up? Yes, I did. He would get upset about it. If he couldn't handle it, he would walk away, he would leave, he would pull off. And whatever mystery car he was in, he would leave. Never did he punch a wall, call me a bitch, get angry. Like, I did not hear that word for some time. It was always something that was just egging me like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Try to give him a chance, try to give him a chance. It was always something happening. I thought he had stole from me, y'all. Like, I left my credit card out in the open he left to go do something. I checked my card the next day. It's a transaction on there. Still don't know if it was on accident or purpose, but I think he stole from me. You know what I'm saying? He was mad about me running game on old dude. And we had got into it about that, but he was just like, whatever, just keep it real with me and I'll play along with it. So do find out, right, that he not really a family member or nothing like that, that this is somebody I'm actually messing with currently. He pop up, he beat on the door, the window, come outside, you should have told me the truth. Tell me to my face. Because I told him in a text message, I told him the truth in the text message. And when it come to men, I do not put my hands on them unless they put their hands on me. So, and I don't try to provoke them either.
The guy shows up banging on the window, wants me to come outside. I don't come outside. Bear is pacing around in the house. He's yelling at me like, you need to go out there and talk to him. You need to go out there and talk to him. You got your kids here. I'm here. You need to fix this because you never should have tried to play him anyway. You should have just picked one of us. And in the moment, I'm like, yeah, he right. He right. I need to go outside. I need to fix this. I made this mess. I need to be grown and, reap what I sow. But at the same time, like thinking about it now, him being the man of the house, he should have made the initiative to go outside first and calm the situation down. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can see where he was coming from. Something could have happened to him going outside to de escalate the situation. So, I was responsible. So by the time I put my coat on to go outside and talk to the guy, he's gone. The banging has stopped. The calls, the text messages have stopped. Um, so I look at Bear and I'm telling him like, I think this is the end of it. I texted him. I told him what was up. And I don't think he gonna bother me no more. He was mad about it for a while. He kept sending me text messages from random numbers like a week or so after it happened. And we didn't talk for a long time, a couple months, until sometime in like January this year when I finally apologized to him for running game on him and I just asked him to forgive me.
I don't put my hands on men. And so whenever he would give me problems, I would just put him out. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it, but It was little stuff we got into it with, but I was always just like, no, I'm not finna. Ain't no working through it. Ain't no discussing it. You gotta go. I got kids. I ain't got time to play with no grown man. You're not helping me, and then you in my face bragging about how you paid your best friend's light bill, but you have not helped me with nothing. It was stuff like that that made me go. And then he blatantly tells me like she be walking around in his t-shirt and his drawers. Like I guess when they lived together, he had left some stuff over there, and whenever he had nowhere to go, he would go over there, and she would wear his stuff in between. And y'all telling me y'all ain't never did nothing. But anyways, I'm just saying, it's suspicious. I don't know. Y'all tell me, y'all married or got a boyfriend, girlfriend? If your spouse came home wearing somebody else's drawers and clothes around you, would you mind? Would you care? Would you say something? Would that be the end of the relationship? So, again, I don't say nothing. I keep it to myself, make a little mental note, keep it pee. Some stuff I try not to make a big deal out of because let the man breathe. One of the times we had made up, he had called me actually to come pick him up, right? I go get him. This was something that stuck out to me for some reason. We driving past these dudes dumping his stuff out in the middle of the street. He swears up and down like, "Oh, they was trying to like pull my car. They was trying to pull my car. That's why we got into it." But I'm thinking to myself, like, if these are strangers, you don't know who they are, how did they get your stuff? And how did they access your stuff and feel like they needed to dump it in the middle of the street? Because I would have sold it to make some money, but that felt personal. You know what I'm saying? It's like being stabbed 9 times versus being stabbed once. It was something to it. We were on and off. He called me, come get me. I go get him to show my loyalty. My God, I'm so dumb. Go get him. And now I'm thinking, like, did he get into it with a female out there? And those were like her brothers or her cousins or something? And she gave them his stuff and they was out there dumping it out. Who knows? You know? He wasn't being honest with me clearly. So we're together and the stuff with the card happens. Like I think he swiped my card after we went out for breakfast. So I tell him about it. We get into it. I tell him like your stuff is in my truck. Tell me where you want me to take it and I'll drop it off. I guess that pissed him off to no end. Like I guess he felt so disrespected. So he like, no, I'm gonna come get it. Just unlock the truck when I get there. So he comes, grabs his stuff. We don't talk for like 2 or 3 days. Then we make up. So we promise, like this time we gonna lock in, no more games, no more back and forth, the kids watching, blah blah blah. So my dad's birthday comes, right? And I tell y'all all the time, like when his birthday comes and I'm dealing with somebody and it's weird, I pray my prayer and I always get a sign around his birthday. It never fails. His birthday comes the night before. Our relationship is strained. It's weird. He acting weird. I'm talking. He acting like he not paying attention. Um, in the middle of me saying stuff, he'll like pull up a reel, like just rude. I'll crack a joke. He won't laugh. He won't even tell me it's not funny. Like he just won't say nothing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, what did I do wrong? Do my breath stink? Is it the way I'm dressed? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what did I do wrong, right? He treated me so bad. I make him a resume like he finally got his personal information back because in the bag that they dumped in the street was his like wallet. So he lost a lot of like personal identification that he needed to get a legit job. So he wouldn't have to do the little side jobs no more. He finally got everything. So I'm wondering like what else could he be upset about? Like what else could it be? Dad's birthday come. He promised like we was gonna go to the graveyard together. We talked about it. He was gonna meet my little brother because I had to take my brother to the grocery store. XYZ, XYZ. The morning comes. I done got everybody all squared away. My kids off to school. I'm dressed. I look at him still wrapped up in the covers. I'm already knowing what he finna say. I ask him, "Hey, you ready to go? Right now? Go where? Oh, I thought you was going by yourself." Like I start getting all these excuses, right? We never had the conversation. His favorite line. So I say, okay, cool. And I leave. He ain't paying no bills. I'm rubbing his feet. I'm sucking his dangalang. I'm cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He on my Wi-Fi. I mean, really, like car at disposable all times. I ain't tripping about nothing, y'all. Like, he even got a girl best friend who he claims is a prostitute. They kick it. He goes over there and kicks it with her and drinks it, and I don't say nothing. Feed him when he come home. Treat him good, y'all. So I'm about ready to flip. I shut down. I go into quiet mode. Get my girl off the bus. Done visiting my dad. Took my brother. My brother's like, where you do that? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I play it off. I don't say nothing I don't even say nothing to my brother. I play it off. I'm like, yeah, he at the crib. He getting the laundry together. Cause part of the conversation was we gonna go to the graveyard together, me and my brother together, get the girl, get my daughter off the bus, do the laundry together. Everything was gonna be done together. We need each other. We gonna lean on each other tomorrow. He come dragging the laundry in there while I'm making some food for my daughter. Now I hear the car running. Now he making trips back and forth. So he's standing in the doorway to the front. To the front is in the kitchen. He's standing in the doorway. So what's up, y'all finna get ready? Y'all bringing that with y'all? I said, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I don't remember agreeing to doing the laundry with you. And he, oh, you petty, take off. Y'all, he was gone until like 5 o'clock. Mind you, he took the laundry at like 11 or 12. He was gone for hours. It was like a basket and a garbage bag. Hours, 5 hours, right? He come back for like 20 minutes. He eat something, leave again. He come back at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Then we make up. I'm eyes puffy. I don't want to talk. I'm real quiet. I ain't ate nothing really. So things are awkward. We made up, but things are still awkward. About 2 or 3 days pass. Now, imagine I told y'all he done got his license and stuff. Like he done got everything he recovered that he lost from the people dumping that stuff in the street. Again, don't know another grown man to dump another grown man stuff in the middle of the street unless you done hurt their sister, their cousin, their mama, or somebody they know. But whatever, right? So he finally got his stuff back, and I'm thinking like, who address is this? Like, you gotta get mailed to get this type of. You gotta like have access to to this address to get these type of documents, right? Oh, they're my people. They're my people. He swore up and down. Oh, they're my people. Keep that in mind, y'all. But yeah, so turn out the address on his ID turns out to be his ex's address. So about 2 days pass. It's a Saturday now. Usually I make breakfast as soon as I get up. We might whirl around in the covers, but I'm making breakfast either before or immediately after. Y'all, I don't make no breakfast right away this Saturday. I'm fucked up, man. Like I was just going through a lot, and I'm known to abuse alcohol. I have an addiction problem. So I'm like battling with like drinking too much, going into debt from drinking too much. Like I'm just thinking about a lot. Am I going to break up with him? How's this gonna go? He keeps saying he's not gonna let me go easy this time. We've been playing too much, blah blah blah. The kids, they straight. I keep asking them, they not hungry, so it's a late morning. I'm not rushing to make breakfast, and we not talking. He didn't hold me. We not doing nothing intimate lately, so it's just super awkward. We get into it. Oh, so you just not gonna make breakfast? Um, I get to cracking jokes. You're grown. There's food in there. You know how to work your way around the kitchen. Make me breakfast. I get to shit. The fuck, much cooking as I be fucking doing. So he goes, "No, I'm not. Blah blah blah. I'm not doing this. Like you been acting funny. If you cheating, just say that. Which one is it? Which nigga is it? Blah blah blah." Is it your ex? Huh? You tripping. So we get into it. You like, we going at it. Not like we were getting louder than usual. That's what I mean by going at it. Because, like I said, he was real quiet, real subtle. He didn't really raise his voice unless he was laughing, cracking a joke, or telling a story that he was animated about. Like, so we were like, vocals was high. So he basically was like, man, I'm finna get my shit and leave. I don't need something to move around because I said something to the effect of, you don't know how to be a boyfriend. And why did I say that? Y'all, I already gave y'all a couple examples, but one that really pissed me off, I was sick. So, like I just said, not only am I main provider, but I'm also doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, cooking, cleaning, and not where, you feel me? So on this specific day, everything comes to a pause. I am sick as a dog. I can barely move, can't keep nothing down. I need my man today. What is he doing? Facebook and TikTok scrolling all day long. Like I was doing everything myself. He laid there the whole and had the nerve to look at me and say, "What we eating tonight?" I'm sick as a dog, y'all. He ain't cuddle me, kiss me, show no concern. Oh, baby, it's gonna get better. I hate to see you like this. Do you want me to run a bath for you? Nothing. He showed no concern. Each other. Every night he gassing me up. Oh, you a great woman. You one of the best women I ever been with. Ain't nobody ever checked all the boxes. Clean and cooking. You take care of your kids. Your head. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna say too much because I ain't trying to advertise. Y'all can leave me alone. For real, for real. What if we were already married? If I get sick, this is how my husband is going to treat me. If I get pregnant, imagine how he gonna act. Y'all, that scared me. I'm like, oh no, because he was obsessed with getting me pregnant and he was obsessed with getting married. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like the signs are there, destiny. We keep running into each other. You ain't never disrespected me. You ain't never put your hands on me. I feel like it's meant to be. Y'all, no, that meant nothing. That meant nothing. I hope y'all listen to this and y'all are careful. For real. Y'all with kids, even y'all without kids. Women that are by themselves, that are introverts, don't have a lot of friends, ain't really cool with your family. Like I said, kids or no kids, be careful. Some of these men, they like the chase. They will wait years to show their true colors. They will manipulatively, uh, 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 uh calculatively trap you. Okay? He almost got me. So listen, he fake pack his stuff. I'm in my bedroom talking shit to myself. He in the living room. I eventually shut up because, like I said, I don't put my hand on men and I try not to provoke either. I don't believe in provoking men. I don't believe in getting in their face and doing all the forehead. I don't do all that. I mind my business. So I calm myself down. We not speaking. He come in the room. We talk. We make up. Immediately after we make up, I'm talking immediately. The man's still pulling his pants up. Oh, my best friend, she got into it last night. There was some stuff going on over there. I'm finna go, get the scoop. I'm finna go kick it with them and see what was going on over there last night. All right, cool. He talking about, oh, don't party without me. Basically don't get drunk and start listening to music without me because I want to do it together. We need to talk about our relationship. I'm gonna marry you, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna take you serious. Watch. Y'all, he stayed gone. Y'all know what I'm finna say. He was gone for hours. So I get to joking to myself, like, oh, that's the end of the relationship. I guess that was our breakup session because ain't no way he acting like this and trying to quote unquote save the relationship. He didn't come home until 11, 10. And then he even tricked me. Like, he called me, like, yeah, I'm around the corner. I'm gonna drop the last homie off. There's one more homie need a ride. He gave me some gas money. Another hour goes by. I'm knocked out at this point. He walked in on me sleep. Who left? I just ran into one of your neighbors. They said somebody walked out this month. Um, you lying. I ain't hear nobody talking. I ain't hear no door slam. I only heard you. So you're lying. You joking. You always come to me with this, then you act like, oh, I'm playing, babe, I'm playing. No, I'm not playing this time. I'm for real. I saw somebody leave. So what's up? You gonna tell me the truth? You gonna tell me the truth? Y'all, I'm still laying down arguing with him half drunk, right? I'm thinking he playing, so I'm still acting belligerent. Man, shut up. Ain't nobody cheating on you. He sniffs my vagina. He pulls my shorts aside and he sniffs me. Um, did you really just disrespect me like that? I mean, I keep Big Sheba clean as I can, you know what I'm saying? Washes on the daily. So it wasn't even that. It was about, you know what he was doing, y'all. You knew what he was doing. So he go, oh, okay, so I'm just go through your phone since you finna lie. He, again, jokes like this all the time. I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like a lamb in the field with a wolf, y'all. He, I hear the click, like the phone. You know, you unlock the phone, you hear the screen click. I hear the screen click. So I sit up, but I don't stop him. I don't bum rush him. I don't snatch it. I literally tell him, go ahead, I have nothing to hide, because I didn't have nothing to hide. If he actually would have read the messages, he would have saw that the people that was hitting me up trying to, you dig, I told them, I'm seeing somebody leave me alone, and the message just stopped. So he gets looking for faces. Once he didn't, because I feel like if he really felt some type of way about something he found, he would have snapped right away. He didn't snap right away. He starts scrolling. So that tells me you're looking. That means you haven't found anything. Right? Right? Right. So he's looking, looking, looking. I'm still talking shit. He's ignoring me. He's dead focused. Like he didn't tune me out completely. I'm asking him for his passcode. I'm like, come on, let's make the playing grounds fair. I'm not attacking you. I'm not making you stop. Give me a turn. It's my turn to go through at least one of two of your phones because he had two phones. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I only had one. So God knows what he was hiding. If he felt like I was hiding something, who knows what he was really hiding, y'all. So he refuses. It's the same as Ben. The passcode, same as Ben. You ain't never gave it to me. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't giving you shit. So I threw his little phone. I said, well, fuck your phone then. When you're done going through mine, get your shit and get out. So I guess he felt some type of way. He didn't really find nothing. So, but he didn't give me my phone back, which I thought was fucking weird. So he still hung on to my phone. He put it away. Whatever, whatever. Fuck you, bitch. I knew you was nothing. You a slut. You a hoe. He gets to touching his stuff. He gets to packing his stuff. So now I'm like, wow, and you finna disrespect me? Yeah, you can leave this shit over. This shit over. He grabbed my drink, throw it on me. Boom. Real Housewives of Atlanta type shit. He threw my drink in my face, and I'm trying this new shit, right? Where instead of ice, I use frozen fruit. So I got frozen fruit, tequila, and wine all over me. I'm pissed. I can't see. I'm heated. And I'm confused because why aren't you packing your things and leaving? Why are you escalating the situation, right? Especially because I haven't done anything. You didn't walk in on me fucking nobody. I haven't sent nobody no pictures. I ain't gave nobody an idea that they can be or participate inside nigga activities. I've been flying clean. You feel me? I've been giving you what you asked for. I've been taking you serious. I've been going above and beyond. So I'm confused and I'm pissed because I realize A, this is over, and B, I've been taken advantage of again. The long or the short, he choked me that night. And I don't mean he grabbed me for a little bit and he threw me across the room to quote unquote calm me down. Because I didn't put my hands on him at this point. I still hadn't put my hands on him. He choked me and held his hands on my throat. Now I put my hands on him. So I'm grabbing his balls and I'm squeezing them. Y'all, he didn't flinch. He didn't blink. He didn't yell ow. He didn't react. His grip didn't loosen. If anything, he tightened his hands around my neck. Now I'm slipping in and out of consciousness. Now my butt cheeks is getting hot. because I'm finna shit on myself and it's coming out. I kid y'all not, bro. I'm not making this shit up. I'm so fucking like nobody knew he was here with me, y'all. Nobody knew I was dating him but his friends, his people. Nobody knew of him. He not from out here originally. Like anything could have happened. I was a squirrel in his world trying to get a nut. Some time goes by. I don't know what made him stop because the police weren't there yet. Did nobody call yet? And if they did call, the police just hadn't got there yet. So I don't know what made him stop, y'all. My kids were sleeping in the next room. I don't know if they started screaming and crying because after a while I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't even scream no more. Everything was cut off. The balls weren't doing nothing, so I let them go. And I looked around. I couldn't find nothing to like grab and hit him with. My punches weren't doing nothing. So I said, well, I guess this is it. And once my consciousness was going in and out, I prepared myself to start praying. I remember telling myself, this is it. And as soon as I said that to myself, he stopped. He just stopped. I don't know if he thought I was knocked out or if he was about to do something else while I was down and my eyes was closed. But as soon as he let go, I hopped up with the quickness and I took off. I grabbed my daughter's phone that was in the living room. I closed the door in the bathroom and I immediately dialed, right? I'm so scared. I don't wait to hear the dispatcher because he's knocking at the bathroom door already. And now I'm thinking like, shit, my kids. I'm in the bathroom by myself. Like if he wanna hold them hostage or do something crazy to get me out the bathroom, he can. I need to do something different. But I'm still hysterical. Like I'm still screaming like, I hate you. I never want to talk to you again. I never want to see you again. I can't believe you would do this. My kids here. Like I'm irate. You said you wouldn't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me. So I didn't hear nothing for a while until I heard police, police, we're coming in. They tell me my car pulled off as they was coming in. He took my car, he took my phone. I was able to track it. They found the car, didn't find him. They pull off. They catch him in traffic. Like they was telling me about a restraining order. They was finna leave. It was the weekend. They couldn't really do nothing. They finna leave. The officer get a call on his radio like, yeah, we found him. I get my stuff back. They send him on foot. They send him walking. Days go by. I block everything, right? He never said I'm sorry. He never said I shouldn't have did it. There was no type of remorse. But I wasn't getting like with the first guy that put his hands on me, it was back to back phone calls. I was getting text messages back to back, fake Facebook accounts hitting me up. It wasn't like that with this guy. 5 days go by. He comes back. And he don't just come back, y'all. He crawls through my window. I'm in the middle of working and I see a head, like I hear my window open and I see a little chocolate head coming through the window. I had to make a decision in a split second. And again, both of my daughters weren't home, only one of them were home with me, but it's a scary situation as a woman to be home alone with your child and you have a grown ass man who is able to overpower you breaking in. And like I said, of course, police were called, but that takes a while. It takes them a minute to show up. You have to do something in that time frame. You have to protect yourself. And this man has terrorized us. He destroyed my apartment. I don't know if it's because he couldn't find my peacemakers because I had moved them after our first altercation. I don't know if it was because of that, if it was because he realized it was really over, if it was because the police were coming. Um, like I don't know. I saw a different bear than was introduced to me. He showed me a different I have never seen this side of him ever. He never even gave me, like with the first guy, he tried to choke me. He gave me red flags. You feel me? Bear never gave me an inkling. He even said, like, I've been in altercations with other men because they put their hands on women. I'm just not that type of guy. I'm just not that type of guy. Like, convinced me to the ends of the earth. I'm the father of two girls. My mom went through that. I don't play that. I don't play that. Men that do that are little girls. They're bitches. They're this. They're that. And he crossed that line with me. So I don't know, y'all. Like, it's still ongoing. Like, he didn't broke the restraining order. He's incarcerated, but he got people reaching out to me. I didn't have so many unknown numbers at this point reach out to me on his behalf, asking me to disappear, asking me not to show up, asking me not to cooperate with the police or the state's attorney. None of these messages say I'm sorry. None of these messages say I snapped that day. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, nothing shows remorse. Nothing shows guilt. Everything is do me a favor, do me a favor. Trying to, I don't know, intimidate me, maybe tell me not to go to court, maybe sweet talk me into going back. Like, I don't know. But that's not on my agenda. I wish that we never had to get the police involved. Honestly, I wish he never put his hands on me. My dream scenario was him going his way, me going my way. Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like half of what I went through with him was karma. It was karma. You feel me? It was karma for trying to run game on that guy. Instead of just leaving him alone, I tried to trick him. And maybe this was karma for that. So I thought he would go his way, I would go my way. Yeah, he threw a drink on me, but whatever. And even if he came to him choking me, I didn't think he would try to kill me. I thought maybe he might throw me across the room, throw me on the bed, like grab it, grab my neck, let it go, and be like, stop playing with me, I'm getting mad. Something like that. Y'all, he did not let go for a long time, at least 2 minutes. Like, time went past. A significant amount of time went past. I'm telling y'all, I lost consciousness. Just be careful who y'all talking to, y'all. Like, even if you've known them for a long time, do you really know them? What are they like when they get mad? Do they have a criminal history? Pay that money for that background check. Google them. I don't care how many jokes y'all crack. I don't care how bad they make you feel for trying to look, especially if you got kids. You got kids. You got people to protect. You got to protect yourself. Don't let them make you feel bad for wanting to know. Because if it was something that wasn't a big deal, if it was something that they came to terms with, if it was something that they did that was in the past that they took responsibility for, they should be able to disclose that with you. If they're not disclosing it with you, there's something they're hiding about it. I'm telling y'all. I never imagined my life being on this path, but we here. My choices got me here and we here. You feel me? All I know is to share what I've been through because I don't know what else to do. I just hope this is a warning for somebody because my impulsiveness, me being depressed, all these conditions they say I have, it led me to a dark place with a dark person. He's showing guilt. He's not admitting guilt, but he's showing guilt. I'll leave it at that. And I'm sorry if this video is too long, shoot, but it's getting real out here, y'all. For me, for real. He did that stuff climbing through the window. We could not stay in the apartment. They didn't catch him right away. They did not catch him right away, y'all. I just got lucky. They did not catch him right away. We could not stay at my apartment. It took them like 2 weeks, almost a month to get him. They finally get him. But all of that was traumatizing, especially for my kids. Like, they scared to go to school because they don't want to leave me by myself. And then they go to bed at night and they get up, they move to every noise, every voice they hear, every noise they hear. Like, I'm exchanging information with the police, giving them my report about what happened after he crawled through the window. and they go, "Oh yeah, we know this address on his ID. He's had a domestic case here before." So I'm shocked. The police literally, his words, "Oh, he's a beater." Those are the police words. He's a beater. So I'm get to talking to the cop. He like, "Yeah, it was an incident here. We've dealt with him a few times. I guess the girl was home with another man. He found out. He crawled through her when he broke her window and assaulted her and then took off on foot." So I'm thinking about this incident he told me about a while ago with his ex. And I'm like, "Oh, this must be the incident he lied to me about," right? Fast forward, I'm talking to the state's attorney because this piqued my interest. So I'm like, I'm on Google trying to figure out how to pull my local records. I talked to the state's attorney. We filling out these papers together. And she's like, "Yeah, other victims with him, I'm familiar with his name. Other victims have not gotten this far. They get to this point and they bow out. They don't show up." I said, "Victims?" I said, "Sorry, victims?" She goes, "Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm familiar with his name." I said, "For only that? Only that?" So literally, y'all, this man has a criminal record with nothing on it but violence against women. One case is still open, one is closed, and one he pled guilty in. But his MO is to drag out the pretrial proceedings. So asking for continuances, not showing up to court, getting bond. That's his MO. But things changed this year. Like I guess they don't offer the bond thing anymore. So there's that. And then since this isn't his first DV charge, he is also being detained. Like they're refusing to him and his public defender has asked a couple times for release and they keep denying it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I have no clue who I've been dealing with this whole time. You know? Like, I had a clue, but I'd never had a real clue. I never had a chance, really. He wasn't going to tell me the truth. His friends wasn't going to say nothing. They probably scared of him. So, how was I going to find out the truth? His best friend wasn't going to say nothing. He claimed that they go toe to toe, too. And I'm not the like I don't put my hands on dudes, but I guess she do. So I guess they didn't fought a couple times. I'm not fighting a man I'm not intimate with. Especially this is a grown woman. Like they both 30 something, y'all. But yeah, come to find out this little address he got, it's his ex-girlfriend's. And besides me, including this ex-girlfriend, there are two other women. So there's four of us that he didn't put his hands on.